Welcome back, guys. What's going on? So here's another little build that I did. I want to show you guys just as another option in the AR world and how you can set one up depending on what you want to do with it and what you're looking for. So I put this gun together using a stripped Palmetto State Armory lower and a Palmetto State Armory lower parts kit. Only thing I changed out was the grip and the stock for the SL stock and the SLK grip. This upper has one of the 14.7 inch FN chrome line barrels that Palmetto State Armory has with a pinned A2 flash suppressor to make it 16 inches overall. It has, of course, the Palmetto State lightweight handguard on it, and then PSA, bolt carrier, group charge and handle, etc. Up top, I've got a primary arms 1:8 second focal plane scope, meaning that the reticle is always the same size. It never changes. So I put this combo together to see if I could make a good general purpose gun. And there's a lot of ways you can make a general purpose gun, but just to throw together some options that I could have something that was fairly short and compact, but wasn't a pistol, but met your 16 inch overall length without having the additional length of barrel and flash suppressor of a full 16 inch barrel. You're not losing a whole lot performance wise between a 16 inch and a 14.7, but believe it or not, it changes the way the gun handles. Okay, it's definitely different. So on the scope, this gives me a 1X optic that I can run on 1X just like a red dot. Gives me a really good full-size reticle. But then if I need to, I can crank it up to 8 and get better visual ID on a target, a little bit better shot placement. It's not intended to let you try to shoot the gun further. It just lets me shoot it more accurately within the given engagement ranges that I'd want to be using this for, which out here is going to be 50 to 100 yards at the most, more like about 15 yards. But let's say I did have to make a 200 yard shot. I can dial that 8X in there and get a really nice precise 200 yard shot instead of just a general 200 yard shot, if that makes sense. It's an Aero Precision lightweight mount, and I'll be honest, I know this tweaks some of you guys, but with the etched reticle in here, I'm not even bothering with iron sights on here. I grew up on iron sights. I'm an iron sights believer, but at this point, the way the optics are, I just don't see the real world realistic use of throwing the irons on there. If the scope gets damaged, then the gun's probably damaged and I'm probably damaged. So let's put a few rounds through it. I've already got it zeroed, so I kind of cheated and did that before I started recording. But I want to show you what kind of accuracy that this chrome line barrel is capable of. I'll just go ahead and spoiler alert, it's pretty doggone good. So stand by and let's put some rounds through it. Alright guys, so the ammo I'm using is some 55 grain Fiocchi ammo. It's been running really well for me. Now to zero it, I've got the scope dialed up to 8X, okay, even though we're at 50 yards. I'll touch on that in just a second. Let me go ahead and put some rounds through here for you. And then we'll go down there and take a look at what we got. All right, there's my 5. Let's go take a look. All right, guys, as always, keeping in mind, this is my groupings with my eyesight, my lovely astigmatism in my right eye. But one of the reasons I love Primary Arms optics so much, most all have diopters on there, and I can adjust the reticle to fit my eye, and it really helps with the astigmatism, especially with that being an etched reticle. So 14.7 inch chrome lined FM barrel from Palmetto State Armory, using some just plain 55 grain Fiocchi ammo at 50 yards, and this is the group. So there's your 5-shot group. As you see, it's kind of stacking them. So that's about 1 inch with my eyesight, right? I'll take it. All right, so one of the reasons that you zero with a second focal plane scope all the way dialed up is because your point of aim, point impact is going to be slightly off whenever you dial it down to 1x. So I'll kind of show you that now. It's not much, but at further ranges it can make a difference. At further ranges, I'm going to be using the 8x power anyway, so up close it really doesn't matter. It's minimal the shift you get. But just to demonstrate, I'll go ahead and put you a couple of rounds down there on 1x now, still from 50, just to kind of show you that slight change that it does. All right, so there is the group on 1x. Now, it's just a little bit high, maybe a ½ inch high. The shift to the right is most likely me and my eyesight, because when I've done it before quite a few times, the shift usually stays fairly centered and more just that ½ inch higher shot. So don't attribute that necessarily to the scope. That's more me than the scope. So there you go. Again, it's still enough that 50 yards, even 100 yards, you're not really going to tell that big a difference. All right, guys. So I know this isn't a long one. I just wanted to give you a little bit of a range trip with this one. I've got right at 200 rounds through it. Did he really just say 200 rounds? Yes, he did. Yeah, I know. How lame. Yeah, you guys know the story. I'm not torture testing. I'm not blasting rounds. I'm making mine count. Don't have the budget to do otherwise. So yes, only 200 so far. However, that's been 200 flawless rounds, 200 extraordinarily accurate rounds, and 200 useful rounds that actually served a purpose. So I'm going to put more through it. I'm going to put more, just like I always do. I'll bring you guys along as I do. This was just kind of an intro. Man, this is a handy setup. If you don't want to go pistol, but you don't want to be quite as big as a full 16-inch, this is a very good option, guys. And with the optic combo from Primary Arms, they knock it out of the park, as they always do. This would be a great end of the world EMP zombie apocalypse viral gun. I would take this out here in the woods. I would take it in an urban setting. I would take it pretty much anywhere. Down below in the description box, links to my blog and links to the Facebook page. On the blog and the Facebook page, I will have links to all these parts, which scares the YouTube folks. So if you want links and want to purchase some of this stuff, follow the links in the description, and that'll give you the actual links to the scope, to the mount, to the upper, the whole 9 yards. So, as always, guys, take care, stay safe, get prepared, get trained. I know some places you can get some good training at if you're interested. After you get trained, get out here and practice. Then get trained more, then practice more. Cover all your B's, okay? Stay safe. I'll see you in another one. If you do your part, it's really hard to mess with this gun. I'll see you later.